Good morning, fellas. It's Friday, February 17th. It's about going on 8:15, and we're about 66 in the garage. And welcome to wet Las Vegas. Yeah, it's supposed to be raining all weekend. So, good day to stay in the garage and work on the car. Speaking of that, Roger. Let's see. As you can see, I can't show you my frame because the Heights 4-link suspension is covering up whether there's a bulge in that frame, and I don't remember there one being, so that could be the case. If you remember correctly, after tearing this thing apart, I found out that I was hitting the rear end on this. That's why the new tail light panel and the trunk pan and everything else when I did that. So also, ooh, it's getting chilly in here. I'm going to close the garage. There's been a few things going on this week, but back to Roger's little problem. Also in, let's see, the May issue of Chevy High Performance, part 2 of their Rocksteady on their Nova, you see they're putting in new rear suspension system from Detroit Speed in a 67 Nova, and it is the same thing. They're mini tubbing it, Roger, and putting a Quadra-Link in, just like you're doing to your Camaro. Interesting article. You might find it useful, you might not. If you want, give me a call. I can always scan it in and send it to you. As being a subscriber, I might get the issue just a little bit early. So we'll see. So that's it on that. Been doing a few things around the house, and one of them is moving this thing out of the garage, and I'll show you that. So, but to show you that, I got to go to the back patio. So hang on. All right, we're back on the back patio. Sorry for the wind noise, but yeah. So right here where my son's dirt bike is, right in this area right here, I'm going to build a small closet, and I'm going to put the air compressor in there. I have power already to it right there. I just got to bring power into the room once I build it. That power was, there was a hot tub once in this area where I got all this stuff, and that was the power for the hot tub. But yeah, so we're going to move the air compressor out to here. You can see the conduit running all the way down, and then where it goes into the garage behind the air conditioners, and that's the same way the pipe will go for the air compressor, because it brings it right above right below the breaker panel in the garage. So, but yeah, right in there. So I've been drawing up the plans on AutoCAD. All right, let's go back to the garage. All right, back in the garage. Yeah, so we'll bring the air line back in here and back up to feed the panel back that way. So it'll take some reconfiguration of the block there, of probably bringing the supply in that end, and but other than that, that's about it. So also, while we're doing that, we're going to get rid of this inertial reel with the 50-foot hose on it, because I don't use it. I don't think I can't remember the last time it was rolled out. I just as soon just pull holes out and go. And as you can see, I got enough hose in this garage. So we're just going to get rid of that and take it off the system altogether. I got to get a hold of these guys and and find another plug for the system, or a coupler, or maybe just run a whole new line from that point there all the way down to there and take that T out. It's not like I'm lacking any line. So last Sunday I was going to come back out here and work on the car, and didn't realize drag racing was starting and the Winter Nationals were on. So what I did is I spent the Sunday watching the Winter Nationals. Monday, a buddy of mine came up and we talked about moving the air compressor, and I started drawing plans in AutoCAD on that. And Tuesday was honeydews, and Wednesday, well, you know the whole story. So come to find out, though, when I got back on this thing yesterday, and I'm sorry I didn't turn the camera on, that when I welded in the bottom bracket here, that I pulled the seat over that way about a ½ inch. Now it's back in the middle, as you can see, and back there, as you can see, the silver line on the package tray lines up with the tape and everything. So it's back in the middle. So what I did is, this is the bracket that was cut out on it, and I made this bracket, which is, it fits better because it fits the contour of the wheelhouse. So also made the other latching bracket for the passenger side, so we're going to have to get that in, and that's where we're at with the seats. So the bottoms again are just set in there just to hold the seat up. The weights on there are just to hold the bottoms down. As you can see, it looks a lot better. I lined it up pretty much so, adjusting it yesterday, and so we'll get back on welding this stuff in and getting that in. We get the back in and make sure that works and folds down. Then we'll concentrate on the bottoms, marking those in and getting those in, and going from there. So that's all I got for right now. Let's see, did I mention everything? Yeah, I did. So when I have more, I'll turn this back on, and we'll see you then. Later. Hey fellas, we're getting ready to tack weld in that bracket there. I got to hold it up a little, so it'll be fun in making that. I did it two ways. What I did is I first found out, you can see all my grindings on there, on the bench. What I first did is I found out the radius of the wheelhouse itself, and then I went ahead and made this template. Now this template will probably work for the bracket I made for the passenger side, so we're just gonna have to see. But yeah, I made a few brackets in doing this. Let's see, if we were to do this, let's see, this plan A, this is plan C again. It looks like I'm seem to be doing plan C works out the best. I mean, it was plan A, B, and then C for the emergency brakes, and it's plan C that finally got it. So it looks like I'm at plan C here on the seats. So, and I ain't telling you when I plan on wrapping this project up, because every time I do I jinx myself, so I ain't saying a damn word about that. So right now we're going to tack this in. Then the next will be go to the passenger side and get the upper bracket in, and then do the bottom bracket. Then we'll have the brackets for the seats, and then that'll conclude this project. So when I get more, I'll turn this back on later. Okay guys, I got the passenger side bracket tacked in for the latch mechanism. So that's done. And you can see the seat is still centered and it is up evenly, so we're good there. So now we got to make the lower hinge bracket. I got to slice it here, and then I'll take the die grinder and grind the radius into it. But something has come up, and I'm not going to spend all day out here like I had planned. So later on this evening, when I get done with this other chore I got to take care of, I'll be loading this up, and we'll go from there. Again, thanks for watching, subscribing, and leaving comments. Later.